Collective. Welcome to your reading. So, today and in the near future, what we're going to be working on is we have personal development. That's what we're doing now. We're going to do family circle, we're going to do friend circle, and we're going to do work readings. Okay, so what I'm going to do though is keep them as collective readings. To be honest, is because I'm being stingy. I really don't want to cater to those people outside of our little circle. Okay, so I'm keeping it as a collective because the fact that you guys are linked in the way that you think gives my immature mind some inclination that you guys are on the same path, generally speaking. Okay, and these are general readings, so without further delay, we're gonna get right into it. It's great to be back to business as usual. So, concerning your personal development, let's see, what does God want to tell you guys? Okay. Dear Lord, if there's anybody trying to block these readings, please remove them, block them, so that we can receive the messages that you brought us here to receive. Thank you. I forgot to pray before I started. Six more, then we're ready, yeah? Take time to relax. Okay, so I'm having some trouble here finding where the right place is. Okay, so that could be something that you're dealing with when it comes to your personal development, finding the right vibe for you. Yeah, God's not showing it to me. God's not showing it to me. So that means God is hiding something from you when it comes to your personal development. All right, let's dig into it. We got right use of power. Definitely. You are that group. Gang. Let me get some lights though. It's dark. Let there be lights. Alright. So right use of power. That's what we aim for. Good vibes. Alright, so let's see. But you know, we aim for our right use of power, but in this world it is crazy because we are surrounded by liars, we are surrounded by thieves, we are surrounded by murderers, we are surrounded by all types of sinners. We sin too, but not on the scale that some people sin, usually. Okay? So, depending on your religious background, depending on your family traditions or family beliefs, you may be conflicted somewhat in your mind as to the right use of your power. Okay? Because everybody has their own ideas about what is right and what is wrong. But what I realize is we need to consult God on what is right and what is wrong and stop holding ourselves hostage to our family beliefs, our church's beliefs, our community's beliefs, our country's beliefs as to what is right and wrong. Okay? Or even our friends. Stop holding yourself hostage to how your friends see right and wrong. Family, boyfriend, girlfriend, children, parents, grandparents. We need to understand right and wrong for ourselves. Okay? As I always say, our walk with God is a personal one. We get the most out of our relationship with God when we connect on a one-to-one level, instead of connecting to God through somebody else's ideologies of what is right, what is wrong, what is acceptable, what is unacceptable. Okay? Let God show you. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Do your best. But just know that you're going to have to deal with everybody's opinions. Everybody's going to have things to say. At the end of the day, you have to answer to God for what you do or don't do. What you say or don't say. You understand? So if you live your life according to how your people believe, then what's going to happen? When God asks you, well, why you do it, you're going to say, because so and so said. But God is going to be like, didn't I give you a mind of your own? Didn't I give you your whole body of your own? We need to have a healthy sense of detachment when it comes to the people that we love, appreciate, and hold in high esteem. It doesn't mean that everything about them is right. Okay, we're all searching to find our way through this crazy psychological maze. Okay, so let's get into it. And a lot of the times people are inflicting rules and regulations upon us that they themselves don't follow. Because sometimes we may love someone, but that's not how they feel about us, you see. So, we got one card came out, Protecting the Future, the Dragon's Hoard. So, right use of power so that you protect your future. And like I said, this life is such a maze. Okay? It's got all these twists and turns and blocks, and then you have to go back and find your way out. And what is the end goal though? I feel like the end goal is to be at peace, to have happiness. Somebody was talking about heaven and hell the other day, and what he said was so right to me. I connect with what he said, his description of heaven and hell. Heaven and hell depends on you. You create heaven and hell. It's like, what in your opinion will be your heaven? If your heaven is to have a nice home, a nice family, clothes, you know, that's just what it is. It's to live your best life. Not the best life as people may define it, but how do you define your best life? That's your heaven. And that's what you should be striving for. You know, life is a gift. What do you do with gifts? Whatever the hell you want. I gave it to you. If you want to throw it on the floor and smash it, bang it, bang it, bang it, then I mean, I like that, but hey, I gave it to you. If you want to cherish it for years and years and years and years and years and become creative with it and make it even more upgraded, customize it, then it will make me feel good to see you appreciating a gift that I gave you. You understand? And that's how I see life, and I agree with him. So hell now would be the opposite of that. What we don't want. And the more we have what we don't want in our life is the the deeper our hell is, or the stronger or bigger our hell is. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not ever gonna get everything right, and you're not gonna ever have everything wrong in your life. But that's heaven and that's hell. It's not really a place that you are. It's a state of mind. It's a state of being. And how do you get to that state of mind? It depends on what you put into life and what you get out of it. So we create our own heaven and we create our own hell. You know, everything is right here as we live now. We get judged right now, every day, all day. When our conscience is not clear, that's us being judged. Because it's like we know better. So we will have no peace. That's a form of hell. So I don't know about any eternal fire burning damned place as they describe hell. I don't believe in that. I believe the quality of life that we live. That's our heaven, that's our hell. Now take my situation for example. Those of you who know my story, you know that I am a target of the secret societies, the government, and their colleagues or their team. Okay? Now they try so hard to create hell for me. But it's like I don't experience hell anyway because I know that it's bullying. I know that it's unreal. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like even though they try to make me sad, they try to make my life miserable. Sometimes they get me down, but most of the times I'm still in heaven. I'm still at peace. I'm still happy. I still hold my power. You know what I'm saying? I'm still standing in my power. So I'm still winning. I'm still in heaven. Even though they try so very hard to create hell all around me. You understand? They took my family, took my friends, took my job, took my bank account, took my health, took my teeth, took my, and I'm still good. Why? Mind over matter. You see what I'm saying? It's very deep. But saying all that to say, your heaven is created in your way of thinking and seeing things. Things don't have to be perfect around you for you to be experiencing your heaven. You understand what I'm saying? So it's about seeing what you have. Don't worry about what you don't have yet. What do you have? How many of your boxes have you ticked? What's your heaven? What does your heaven look like? You know what I'm saying? Protecting your future. So whatever your heaven looks like, that's what you work towards. Hence all the chaos that we have. Because look at the evil man's heaven. The evil man's heaven is to make people like us live in hell. So that's where we have this clash. That's where we have this eternal clash going on. Because it's like, while we want what we want, they want what they want for us. You see what I'm saying? So that's what makes life interesting. That's what keep life going. It's like every day you got something to live for. It kind of sucks because it's annoying, but we work towards the information that we need and the courage that we need to put those bastards away once and for all so that we can have peace. It's like, since I can't have no peace unless you are taken all the way down, maybe I need to take your ass all the way down. So, all right. Yeah, so when it comes to personal development, it's about protecting the future through the right use of your power. So it's like knowing what your rights are. You have a right to life, you have a right to freedom, you have a right to free speech, you have a right to work, you have a right to adequate pay. You see what I'm saying? You should know your rights. Human Rights Declaration. How you go? The Declaration of Human Rights Charter of the United Nations. That is universal law. That is actually divine law. That's not just earth law. That is divine law. Because all humans are created equal. I can't remember the rest. And we're allowed certain inalienable rights. That means nobody can take that from us, but we allow people on a regular basis to take these rights from us. So because we don't know that we have these rights, we allow people to take it. Now, what if we knew that we had these rights and we acted as though we know we have these rights? Do you think that the power of the universe would be on our side or on the side of those who choose to take our rights? That's where the word faith comes into play. You have to have faith that the universe will be on your side because you're on the side of right. And if the universe isn't on your side, then the universe is not creating a good picture of itself in our minds. And that goes against what God is trying to achieve. Because God wants us to love God. God wants us to have faith in God. You understand? God wants us to know that it is our present help in times of trouble. God wants us to know that it is a mother and a father for the mother and the fatherless. God wants us to know that God is our shield and our buckler. Do you understand? God wants us to know that the battle is the Lord's. You understand? So it is in our best interest to know what power we actually have. So it's like we have the power, but we're not conscious of the fact that we have the power. So therefore we do not exert our power over the evil people who choose to make it their business to make us live a hellish life on a regular basis. You understand? So because we don't know what powers we have, we don't use our power. And the enemy keeps winning. And we keep complaining. Well, not we anymore. I've been taken out of that. I know my power now. So the underlying issue here, we got groupthink. So just to recap, when it comes to our personal development, what does God want us to know about? Our right use of power, first of all, and protecting the future. Okay? So the underlying issue is groupthink. So it's like one head, how you go? 2 heads are better than 1, 3 heads are better than 2, and 4 heads are unstoppable, it says. So it's like the more of us who know who we are and know our power, the better we can protect our future. The more of us who have the faith in the universe and in our God, in our ancestors, in our archangels, whatever we choose to believe in, the more of us that have faith in that and we choose to put in the effort, use our power in the right way, we will have no choice but to win. It's like the universe is waiting for us to act. But we don't know who we are yet. We don't know how powerful we are yet. So everything is stagnant at the moment. And the enemy feel like they're getting away. Not. Hence Hence why they want to take me out, because I already know the truth. I already know my power, and I'm standing in my power. Yesterday, because I was feeling like I'm going through this trauma for so long, and it's like, by now these idiots supposed to know that they shouldn't mess with me. So I went to do a reading for myself, a personal reading for myself, to find out what the status is on that situation. And God was like, at this time it's just an addiction. Because me, I allowed God to use me as a sacrifice, so to speak, so that they can work their magic on me. And of course, I know it's going to fail. I know the rules are already written, and God isn't going to fail me. So I allowed God to use me, or use me by allowing me to be used as target practice for the enemies, right? So that they can see that their thing is powerless. When it comes to going up against a person who is in their power, they can't succeed, because I'm not a guilty party. I'm an innocent party. You see, and therefore the whole universe will conspire to bless me, because I am innocent and I am helpless. So the universe isn't gonna let it go down like that, especially if I testify that I am a God follower, I am a God believer. If God don't protect me, then it make God look like a liar, and God can't have that. So God will move heaven and earth to protect me, so that I know God truly is my protector. Bold step forward. You see what I'm saying? So we all have to know our power and take those bold steps forward, or else nothing will move, nothing will change. We have the power. If me by myself have so much power, imagine what several of us can do. Because good conquers evil, love conquers hate, light drives out the darkness. You see it? God created good and evil, but God prefers good most of the time. We got surrender. Preparations come to fruition. So it's like we have to do what we have to do so that we can manifest what we're trying to manifest. If we don't put the work in, we cannot get the outcome that we're looking for. We can't get the outcome, revelation. Diving into that task. What task? First, the task of getting to know yourself and the power that you have as a human being who's trying to do the right thing, as a human being who's trying to serve God. No matter what you call God, that is irrelevant. Even if you don't believe in God, just being a decent human being. You understand? Respecting the law. Respecting divine law, which is how you treat yourself, how you treat others. That's what we're here to understand. We're here to figure that out. Once we figure that out, then we can live in that power. We can live in that mindset. And then the universe can conspire with us to bless us, because we're doing the right thing. Because my thing is, when it comes to this world, balance. Balance your light and dark energy. You see? So my thing when it comes to this world, is if the police that we see with our own two eyes are here to protect these corporations and these governments and whatnot, who's here to protect the people? My answer to that is the universe is here to protect the people. And there are soldiers that they don't make themselves seen, but they're also here to protect the people. So we do have protection. It's just that they are not in the forefront of our eyes or minds, like the ones that we see walking around in their uniform. And some of them that's walking around in the uniform, they're actually here to protect the people as well. Because it's sad to see how, especially in my situation, I get such abuse from so many people in my community. they don't physically abuse. Well, when it comes to the potions that they put in my foods and stuff like that, that's physical abuse. But mostly it's like mental abuse. So I go somewhere to look for a job and they'll string me along, they'll play games with me, things like that. They shut down my bank account with no kind of warning or no justification whatsoever. It's just the inconvenience, you understand? Then I'd go out and they'd have a whole bunch of actors set up. One time I went to the laundromat, this woman sneezed right in my direction. We're like less than a foot apart from each other, and this woman sneezed without covering her fucking nose and mouth. And I looked at her, and then I turned away. But I already knew that some shit was gonna go down that day because I know who I am and I know that these idiots are always after me trying to pull me into some nonsense to make me look like an angry black woman and the usual dumb shit, right? So I didn't really say nothing to her, but I watched her and make her know say that me I watch she like what kind of fucking dumb shit is that? But I didn't say nothing. So a couple minutes passed now, I'm just there chilling, doing my laundry, humming, just having a good time. And then this stupid bitch decided to cough in my direction. Well, you know that was it. So I turned to her and I asked her, did somebody send you here for me? Which I knew somebody sent her there for me. That's why she was doing that dumb shit, because normal human beings just don't do that. It is standard that we don't do that. If somebody do that, they're directly trying to disrespect you. You understand what I'm saying? So that day I bought a hammer and all these things. So I don't know if they thought I would use the hammer on her. And I'm not saying that I can't go into beast mode, but I don't just go into beast mode for any old stupid reason. You understand? I had my wipes with me because I like to keep my wipes with me whenever I remember. Luckily, I had them that day, so I just cleaned myself. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel no wetness come on me when she sneezed or anything like that, but I just cleaned up myself because that's nasty. It was an Indian woman, and it's like I'm a black woman, and you know how they look at black people. So it's like, how would you like if I sneezed on you with my black self? How would you like if I cough in your face with my black self? You'd be utterly disgusted. So what make you think that I would think that your fucking cough and your sneeze is more decent than mine? Fuck off. You need to stick your face down in your jacket like this when you're sneezing and coughing like that. Keep your fucking germs to yourself because I don't want them. And if I was a violent person, I had a brand new hammer in my bag. I had scissors on me as well because I was trying to make some alterations on my suitcase and my laundry bag to kind of clamp them together with some that sticky thing, Velcro. I was sewing on some Velcro on my bag strap so I could put the other bag on top of it with the other side of the Velcro thing. So when they go together, they stay together so that it doesn't slide off when I'm pulling it. You see? So I had scissors, I had needles. I could have, if I was an evil bitch, I could have done anything to this woman. But I'm not like that, so I don't do that. Because it's just not me. But this is the type of thing I'm saying, that these people, they come out to harass you. Even people close to you. With my one, it's probably like the CIA and all them kind of big time organizations and stuff. They're just hating because they're not as powerful as me. They can't stop me. They can't stop me from being rich. They can't stop me from being black. They can't stop me from being good. They wish I would join their team. But how can I join a set of people that's trying to destroy Mother Earth, trying to destroy Mother Earth's children, trying to destroy, everything that's good about life, trying to take my freedom, because me joining them means giving up my bumbleclad freedom. Are you mad? I don't know about you, but I imagine you're quite like me. But to be able to maintain your authority, it takes a certain level of knowledge and courage in that knowledge and faith in your God. So when we talk about your personal development and your right use of power, like I told you with that laundromat sit scenario, I had every right to beat her fucking ass in if I wanted to. But that what makes me so blessed, because I could have and I did not. I just cussed her. I didn't excessively cuss her, but I did fucking speak to her very firmly. And I was not keeping my voice down. Because I wasn't trying to hide her ugliness. I wanted everybody in there to know and see. Because everybody saw when she sneezed in my direction and saw me watch her. And I didn't do anything. So you think I'm going to let the second one pass? I know my rights. I know my authority. I don't care who sends you. I don't care who you work for. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Don't try that shit with me. Because you're asking for it. And I have the right to give it to you. But just because I have the power to do something, it doesn't mean I'm going to do it. And that's why God keeps blessing me. Mercy. But there comes a time when we're going to fucking snap. Like with my other readers, they didn't expect me to not read for them. Because I'm the nice one. I'm so helpful. This way I'm dumb too. I'm tired of dealing with ungrateful people. I don't owe them nothing. So who they think I am is not who I am. Let me show you who I am. You don't decide for me who I am. Or you can keep fucking fooling yourself. What makes you think I'm gonna get up and use my energy to bless you? You who don't give a fuck about me. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. I'm investing where I'm gonna get returns. Even if I'm not benefiting from it, the fact that you're on the same wavelength as me, it's like dropping that pebble in the ocean and the ripples. So by God blessing me passing on that blessing to you, you're going to pass on that blessing to somebody else. And that's how we change the world. From negative to positive. From hell to heaven. More heaven than hell. Because we'll never have complete heaven on earth. Don't expect that. Because what we get out is only based on what we put in. And there's so many elements to stop us from putting our best foot forward. Like fear, for example. Greed, for example. Jealousy. Although we're good people, sometimes we fall prone to these ugly traits. And that's what makes the world go haywire. Right now, there's way too much fear and covetousness and jealousy and gluttony and greed. There's too much of that in the world, and that's why the world is as it is now. But when we tone that down, naturally, we will have a better world. People will treat each other better. There'll be less stress. It'd be nice to go through a phase of that for a bit. You know what I'm saying? We don't want it to be completely perfect, but tone dumb shit down. You know what I'm saying? Instead of fucking hating on another person, work on yourself. Upgrade yourself. Because the same energy that we're going to use to try and hold somebody else down because we think that they're higher up than we are, we could have used that energy and that time to figure out how to upgrade ourselves so I can reach up there. As if there's not enough space up there for all of us. So, when it comes to our personal development, we have to understand our power and we have to use our power correctly. And we need to know that the laws that we should be living by is not man's law. Man's law is not Trump. God's law is Trump. You can't allow yourself to be afraid of the government and afraid of the police if they're doing wrong. It don't make no sense. Then you're just holding yourself prisoner, hostage. You're going against what God has put out for you. You're not using your power if you allow yourself to be afraid of the government, especially if you know that they are treating you unfairly. And the government does that on a regular basis. How come the cost of living is going up and our paychecks aren't going up? And if your paycheck go up, it's like it doesn't match. It all doesn't make any sense, because if gas, electric, water, rent, food, school fees, everything is going up, yeah, and your paycheck is gonna go up by what, £10 or £100 or whatever, you think that could cover what is going on in the economy? How long can we afford to allow that to continue for? What's that gonna make of us? Eventually, we will not be able to take care of our basic necessities if we allow it to continue. The question is, why is it even happening in the first place? It's abuse. It doesn't make any sense. They have control over the numbers, so they fling them up and bring them down as and when they feel like. It's not a fair game they have us playing. So you have to know when to not play fair either, because while they are setting rules for us to live by, they're not living by those rules, but they control us using those rules. So anytime they want to control us, they just write a new law. This is the law now. And then their police come and enforce these stupid rules. So they're just making the shit up as they go along. And it's never in the best interest of the people. It's in the best interest of the government and their corporations, the people with the money, the people with the power. It's always in their best interest. It's never in the best interest of the people. We need to realize what's going on around us and know where we fit into the equation and become who God has called us to be. If we don't use our power correctly, then we cannot complain about all the wrong uses of power that's swirling around us, that's affecting our life on a regular basis. You see, you have the right to use your power. They have the right to use their power. They're using their power. You don't even know what your power is. And that's where we need to start from. Understand who you are. Understand what you have the right to do. Understand that the universe will conspire to bless you against all odds. That's how God do for people who try to serve God, no matter what your God is called. It's the decency within you that qualify you, your respect for the rules, and your faith in your God. And that's all we have to say for now. Until next time, bye bye.